and Patience versus uThermal and Elazer. Bottom left is that Elazer uThermal combo. Top right, our purple Terran is ByuN, and the teal Protoss Patience. Our feeding strategy is not allowed. I mean, I don't know what the rules are. I'm pretty sure they're fine. But these guys obviously are not kind of super professional 2v2 players. They're super professional 1v1 players. So I wouldn't expect any crazy 2v2 based tactics out of them. Potentially just expect some really cool 1v1 based kind of micro plays and stuff like that being brought to the 2v2. We'll see here soon as we watch this begin to play out. Racks and a refinery on the way down. Gateway and a simulator coming up here from Patience at the same time. Overlord heading towards the upper right hand side, and Elazer goes straight to that gold base in the bottom left. So straight to a gold as a Zerg. That's going to be quite nice for him. So this is a little bit different from the ZT versus ZT before. We now have ZT versus PT. PT was pretty much the combination of choice when the 2v2 tournament, not the 2v2 tournament, but the 2v2 matches in Crank's Team League were played. Protoss were tending to mass up the Phoenix, and the Terrans just building a tank-based army. God damn it, season. Terrans just building up like a tank-based army to hold the ground with, and to kind of go from there. So, just to see how it goes, interested to see what happens. What's up, Charon, or Charon3? Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. How you doing? First, you are the first new subscriber of the year. How does it feel, Charon? How does it feel to have your name manipulated and murdered by me multiple times over? As the first person this year. Incredible, I bet. Tell you what, this is actually kind of funny. uThermal and ByuN are good. 3 Racks Reaper. Uh-oh. 3 Racks Reaper versus 3 Racks Reaper, boys. Here we go. Oh, well, this could get pretty fun as this probe is going to get chased up into the main base. Gets taken down. And we are going to be seeing the Reaper in the main of the Zerg player. Is going to be able to get a drone, but then the Reaper coming over from uThermal. Oh, he's going to get the kill. ByuN was AFK for a moment there. Didn't pull it back and maybe wasn't expecting a Reaper. So that goes down. Another Reaper shows up, but it's going to take a fight. And it's going to end up fighting 2 Reapers as the Reaper chase happens. And uThermal kills 2 early Reapers of ByuN. And ByuN will fall behind early in the Reaper on Reaper warfare. Now, at the same time, Patience has an Adept over in uThermal's base. So crazy things starting to happen here between the Terrans and the Protoss, while Elazer just sort of makes a few slow Zerglings and wanders around the map. No real, no real kind of, oh my god, better do something quickly from him, really. Reapers here, enough of them to actually take down that Adept very quickly. Well, more links being made by Elazer, not drones, so it looks as though he really wants to commit with this. As we're going to be seeing the Reaper count of ByuN continue to build as well, of course. We're seeing that right now. Going into a tech lab, though. So he's going to stop building as many Reapers and start building towards Stimpack. Marines on the way. So here we go. ByuN transitions straight into Bio. uThermal says, nuh-uh, buddy. You know how this works. Reapers, Reapers, and more Reapers. As uThermal had his gas stolen by Patience. The Lings of Elazer will come across to help him with that. His Reapers ain't got time for clearing off the simulators. Nuh-uh. That's what the Zerglings of Elazer can do. So he'll go finish that off, and then looks like he's got a lot of links to head to the top right-hand side with. You know what could happen if he Reaper grenades this ramp and puts the Stalkers out of position? The Lings could run in and surround. That would be so sick. That would actually be so cool. Oh my god. A couple of sentries. The sentries are kind of the mastermind play here as well. Here we go. Force field comes down. Grenades don't go towards the front, but that's because it's not really needed. As we see the Lings, going to chase the Reapers of ByuN away, so now it's going to be Lings versus those Reapers. Reapers turning back around. uThermal's Reapers are coming around as well. ByuN will get up towards his opponent's main, but tell you what, now he's out of position. Now uThermal and Elazer can turn on the base of ByuN, which doesn't really have anything in it to defend. So here we go. I mean, the Lings on the low ground are going to go for the command center. The Reapers in the main are going to get a lot of SCVs. One-shotting them here. Every shot is one dead worker. Bops a few away to stop them from running away. Is easily cancelled on the command center as well. And ByuN is falling drastically far behind here early on, as the units of Elazer look okay, but are they really going to be able to do that much on a counterattack? 5 Reapers at a time here from uThermal. There's more Lings from Elazer to support this, as the Lings are actually in the main base of Patience as well right now. So Patience not having a very good time here at all, as those Lings continue to surround his units and just shut him down. Here come the Reapers again, trying to fight a Reaper grenade, bob some units around as Patience taps out. and ByuN types in GG. Now guys, I'll just make this a reminder to you that, well, cool. Yeah. Okay, well, to the top right, our red Zerg and purple Terran is Elazer and uThermal. To the top left, our blue Terran and our teal Protoss is ByuN and Patience. Game number 2 of this best of 3, as ByuN and Patience are going to look to try and bounce back. I like the color scheme in here. Elazer and uThermal, now similar colors, same as ByuN and Patience, I would say. The tree is gone. Yes, it's January. It's no longer December. The tree only hangs around for a month. Then it has to go and get some rest ready for next year. It's not easy being a tree holding up a hell of a lot of decorations, man. Yeah, it's not easy. ByuN is pointing out to Patience where the expansions are, as you have to expand towards your opponent, although it is an in-base expand. Double gas here from Patience. Looks like just going into that hatchery nice and quick. Elazer getting that set up, and the Terrans, oh, wait to see what comes of them, as that's a gas steal once again by Patience onto uThermal. uThermal has an early SCV heading across the map at the moment. Gold base in the center. These pathways are obviously super weird. This map is designed to be very good for air-based units. Units that can just fly through the top and go base to base. Ground attacks here are almost impossible to make, I feel, if you get past like the 10-minute mark. How do you ever attack your opponents? Well, I guess you probably don't. We could be in for some real long games on this map if this goes on a little while, guys. So, I guess we'll see about that. Simon X-Core going to be finishing up here in a moment or two for Patience, as we do see that SCV having a little bit of a wander around. Lasers hatchery dropping down here. The CC on the way up in the natural. Everything just getting ready. I kind of like it. Just Elazer takes this expansion down here right away, and then he can take this expansion just a little bit later on. I like it. Do you see that Reaper of uThermal just going to hold the top watchtower on the bottom? Patience holds the watchtower with the probe. uThermal not getting all too aggressive here, as the Stargate will start up from Patience. ByuN will be just now going towards his starport, so he has a faster factory because he played double gas. uThermal couldn't because this assimilator was stolen. So they're going to be taking a little bit of damage there, as we do see Reaper in the Adept. Oh, that's going to be the Reaper dead from uThermal. So a little bit of pressure then coming in from ByuN and Patience. And obviously still being on one base each, while just now expanding ByuN. Being on a late expansion means that they have a lot of pressure to play with. As here we go, Adept will shade in towards the main. The Reaper will poke around here. It's like Elazer just going to expand out on the map, while uThermal might be left to take this third base as well. Adept picks up another Zergling. And again, just little bits of pressure so far. Marine coming in from uThermal as well. And we're just going to be seeing those Zerglings. Still trying to chase that Adept down. And the Adept will go down there. So Adept gets killed. On the bottom side, a couple of Reapers picking up a drone kill too. So that's nicely done. They're going to loop back around the bottom and in towards the center of the map. Banshee with Cloak on the way out at the same time. Command Center from ByuN on the way up on the natural, as we mentioned previously. And it's Patience who actually expands outwards. So again, it seems to be the Terrans who are left to take these in-base expansions. As the first Oracle shows up, and I'll tell you what, that's a very undefended mineral line. There's nothing in position here. There should be enough to deal with the Banshees as well, as you do see Banshee and a tank being made by Banshee being made by ByuN. I'm getting confused by these Terran players' production tabs, because blue and purple is actually pretty similar, I'm realizing. So yeah, I'm going to have to take a moment to get used to that. They're also the wrong way around. Like, ByuN and Patience on the bottom of the... No, I guess the right way around. I guess I'm just being ignorant. I guess if I could reorder them like I can in 1v1, I'd have ByuN and Patience on the top because they're in the top left. And then top right, I would have uThermal and Elazer on the bottom of the production. And I think that's what's messing me up in my head. So apologies if I misspeak on a couple of production structures here. You can see these probes dropping down to the low ground. So Zergling's going to run on in. One probe gets picked up. It's a nice little time for a couple of things to show up. Another Adept going to be shading in from Patience. So, well, you can see that ByuN and Patience wants a little bit of a pressure, I feel like. I mean, especially with this Banshee. Looks like the tank will just set up defensively, though. So it's just the Banshee that's coming across the map. And, well, what does uThermal and Elazer have? Well, uThermal has 3 Widow Mines and nothing else, because the first Banshee's already here, trying to bait it in towards Widow Mines. And it's going to fly in there. Whoop! Goodbye, Banshee. Oh, doesn't get one shot nowadays. And actually flies out of scan range for Widow Mine number 2. So that's already pretty good damage dealt. Now the Oracles are going to fly in. If there's only Widow Mines really for the defense here, well, that's a problem. Elazer's Queens are so spread out because of the way he expanded as well. He can't just pull them in as like an immediate kind of answer. The Oracle's now going to come in and just instantly get rid of this Queen. It's going to last a few moments, not much more. Sport Call obviously will push away in the end. Lings to counter attack, but across the map, a couple of Depths, the Marines, and those 2 tanks are going to be big defensive units here. As there's Banshee. Well, this one's up on 4 kills. He's already gone a couple of scans for Banshees as well so far, remember. Those tank shots continue to be deadly on the Zerglings at the moment, as we have these Oracles still flying around up and overhead. Glaive's on the way up here from Patience. Well, ByuN going into all of that kind of bio follow-up. It's just still these Banshees are dealing so much damage. 24 SCVs for uThermal. If you actually look at the comparisons here, uThermal is almost half of everything of ByuN, as he's just being bullied by the Banshees and these Oracles. uThermal's had enough, he's out of here. And Elazer will follow. We don't get a big fight or anything. I think uThermal's just at the point where he's like, get me out. I am not doing this. I am not doing this. I am done. ByuN and Patience tie up the series. At least, you know, while I'm complaining about fast games, at least we're getting game freeze out of it, right? Like, at least it's not just 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Bye. No, a little bit different. I like it. I like it. Bottom right, our red Zerg player is Elazer with the purple Terran uThermal. Top left, our blue Terran is ByuN with his teal Protoss friend Patience. The best 2v2 map. This map is awesome because it is very macro focused. You take your expansions, you have third base options quite nicely. Obviously you're harassable, but it's a very large map as well. And the middle of the map is engageable too. I like it. This map really did give us... I feel like most of the TVTs in the Crank Team League were really, really awesome. So I can 100% get behind this. As we do see that SCV coming in towards the upper left-hand side. So as if you're just having a little bit of a scare out here, uThermal seeing what's up. Similar story from Patience, who once again steals uThermal's gas. I mean, how many times can one man steal another man's gas and get away with it? Patience comes back down to the low ground. uThermal will expand, doesn't need that gas just yet, but will want to get on to kind of clean that up ASAP afterwards so he can continue his build somewhat regularly here. As that command center comes on down and gets going. This series is a best of 3, so after this we have 2 more best of 3s, and then we'll have best of 5 semi-finals and best of 7 finals. We'll cast the whole tournament today as long as my internet keeps up. So fingers crossed on that one. As you see this probe heading in towards the upper left-hand side, and meanwhile just an overload of Elazer flying around a little bit. Marine just hanging out on the edge of the base as well. Here you see the gateway just chrono boosting out in the depths, which is going to start shading down. And, well, first of all, just already pushing this Reaper away. We'll commit to the shade, though, so the Reaper will be allowed up the ramp, and we'll see a lack of an expansion from both players. So already these guys are we're going to be realizing that something a little bit more aggressive is on the way up, and the Reaper will see a Stargate. We'll see a factory not doing anything. That's kind of big, and even sees a Tech Lab starport. What a scout by uThermal. Sees absolutely everything here. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about ByuN and Patience playing so aggressively, because they are going to be really, really frustrating. Like, it's such a large map. It's going to be really frustrating trying to reinforce across here and to really just deal damage if you're reliant on dealing damage to get yourself into a decent position and to work from there. 2 Adepts coming across, continuing down to the bottom right. Link speed starting up from the lasers about halfway done. And we are just going to be seeing this Oracle. Currently boosting away, so Oracle number 1 moving across and Oracle number 2 coming across as well. prize pool for this event is $500. I believe it's $350 for first place and $150 for second place. So obviously you then split that between the 2 players on your team. So it's like $175 per player for first/second. 2 Adepts and the Oracle coming in, so a lot of Marines going down, but the Adepts don't really do that much. This one shades up, will get shut down. Warlock was good there by uThermal. Good defense so far. The Adepts and the Oracle didn't really do anything. Trying to get rid of a Queen so that the Banshee play is a bit more effective, and Marines as well, same idea. But, yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to go with you. Have the Banshee just going to be coming over, and, well, immediately going to be seen pretty quick. I mean, missile turret on the way up. Oracle will come in. Cyclone locks onto the Banshee. That'll push it away, but shouldn't get a kill. Should be, yeah, just out of range, although it took a moment or two to get out of range there. So 2 HP Banshee will continue to be aggressive, but obviously very easily goes down if there's another scan, although you don't really want to use a scan, but it's got 26 energy left. Probably is worth it in the end, just a bit of a shame to have to. As, oh, Lings are into the natural, so Ling on the counter-attack as the Elazer will start to deal some damage here. Actually just splits them out nicely between the 2 bases as well. And he is only going to get a few SCVs, a couple of probes, nothing major, but also just a unit check there, sees what's being made, sees another Oracle, for example, sees a couple Marines, starting to realize a little bit of what's going on. So it's not just that little bit of damage, it's the scouting too. And if we compare the players at the moment, uThermal is up by 7 workers over ByuN, army supply is equal. And Elazer, I mean, you're comparing Zerg to Protoss, but 45 drones to 37 probes feels pretty good as well for Elazer here, who's already up on his 3 bases against the 2 base Elazer. I feel like that's just what he wants. That's a nice Raven usage with that Cyclone locking on to get rid of that Banshee, and the Oracle's going to turn away in an instant. Doesn't want anything to do with this here as it pulls back, pulls back away down to the bottom side. Robo Bay and the Forge coming up from Patience, getting this going. These Zerglings from Elazer also back down the right. Oracle does get pushed away by the Queen. And we are just going to be seeing this Engineering Bay currently just on its way up. So Engineering Bay coming through at the moment. Meanwhile, this Oracle still having a bit of a fly around here. Just having a look to see what's going on. Does come in and, well, we'll get a good couple of drones. It's nice, it's nice. It's a little bit of damage, although it runs out of energy before drone number 3 there. That's a bit of a shame. Overall, though, I mean, you just see Patience is tacking up heavily into that Robo Bay. Glaive's coming up. Both the Terran players are going into similar setups as well. ByuN is a bit ahead on +1 and on Stim, as Elazer goes into +1 missiles and roach speed, looking to play some roaches. Actually starts to make 11 roaches right now as well. Might be looking for something of an aggressive attack. Elazer says he's on his way, perhaps, or is just pointing out a direction to go to. I think he's still the 3rd base there, potentially getting ready to go down with a Zergling. As, ooh, it's a nice Cyclone lock on to kill the War Prism. Recall on the Adepts, but only one of them. No, they all go down. Nothing recalled. As, ByuN is going to have to kill off one of these pylons here, because that is too thin of a wall off for these tanks to get out. So ByuN going to bring his tanks across the map now too. Man, Elazer just making roaches up against this aggression of ByuN. It's going to go very well for him. uThermal, Zombie, Marines, tanks, and the Raven as well. Obviously, the Interference Matrix could be pretty important here. These rocks difficult to move up because, believe it or not, they actually block the entire pathway. So yeah, very difficult to move up them as the Ling counter-attack could be looking to hit this base. We'll see this Nexus on the way down. Could get the cancel here. Alright, so it looks like this is going to be a cancel. And already Patience denied on the 3rd base. uThermal comes in with some Marines, tanks, and a Raven from the right-hand side. Getting himself ready to position, see what he can go up against. Marines and a couple tanks from ByuN starting to move over as well, though. This army gathering up, and Elazer is actually going to go and chase it down. uThermal scans to show what's there, and Elazer's like, yeah, I kind of like that. All those roaches are going to go single file through the center. Marines will stim to back away. The tanks have already lifted up. Elazer's looking still running around, causing some chaos. There's a Colossus here to back onto as well. Tanks now starting to siege. The Interference Matrix could be huge, but the Raven can't get in there just yet. Will come in now, drops a single Matrix. But that is all. Elazer will then prioritize the other tanks, making sure he gets the ones that are still firing first. As man, Patience's army is just so out of position. The Colossus goes down, the Roaches break through, and the rest of Patience's army is just streaming in and dying off now. The Prism loads up the Colossus, which is being chased down by Roaches, as tanks siege up from uThermal, and that's going to be a really tough position to break here. Marines getting slaughtered by those tanks. Command center on the high ground, on the low ground goes down too, and GG's are called. What a push by Elazer and uThermal. Pretty deadly. +1 Roges with the Marine Tank 1-1 upgrades from uThermal was just